This morning I was working on this 2016 Mercedes Metris. Just wanted to make a quick video talking about something. The job I did was the oil separator, the positive crankcase vent valve assembly on this. Pretty common problem on these Mercedes. It happens on a lot of the different models. This is the first time I've done one on a Metris, but very similar to the other cars, just a little bit harder to get to stuff. It's this hose here. It attaches to a bunch of, basically it's gonna end up looking like this. So the problem with this job is, and why I don't really recommend doing this at home unless you're a mechanic, is this here, this breather portion of it, this breather box, attaches underneath the motor mount bracket. So you basically have to support the engine from the top. So you have to have a brace that can connect down here, you know, is probably your safest spot, and support the engine from the top, and then pull the motor mount bracket. I'll show you what that looks like from the bottom. And pull that motor mount bracket to access this. And there's a lot of plugs and hoses and stuff in the way. It's not a very good job. And being that the labor time for it is around 6 hours, I believe, is what Mercedes charges, it's well worth just paying the six hours labor and having them do it. Or finding an independent shop that'll do it a little bit at a lesser labor rate. But definitely would not recommend doing this one at home. I pretty much have all morning into this, and I'm just tidying it up now. I'm almost done. But yeah, I've been here. I have about 6 hours into it, or close to it. And you know, if you're doing this at home, this would be very, very difficult. So I'll show you what it looks like from underneath. From underneath, you can see the motor mount up here and the motor mount bracket behind it. There's 4 bolts that hold that motor mount bracket to the block, and another one that holds it to the AC compressor. You can see it here again. So what I did was I lifted the engine up from the top. I pulled this motor mount out completely right here. Sorry, my light went away. I pulled the motor mount out with the 3 bolts, you know, that attach it to the subframe, and then the other bolt on the top that attaches to the bracket. And with that out of the way, you can get that mount out of the way with, you know, but it's quite a fight. It's going to take you a long time. It's if you're doing this at home and you don't have the proper tools, it's kind of a risky thing to do. You're likely to break other stuff, and yeah, it's just not one I would recommend. So that's it. Thanks for watching.